let's take a look at some cheap tech gift ideas. So the first one up is Bluetooth keyboard. This is about £16, maybe cheaper on Amazon. It's backlit, Bluetooth, has 3 profiles. That is pretty decent option. Look at that. It's metal back, so it's quite sturdy. It's got a bit of flex to it, but not too much. I'd certainly recommend that for people that want a cheap option, maybe to work with an iPad or their phone, or 3 devices, maybe a Raspberry Pi. Next up, a Bluetooth mouse. So this one's about £10 on Amazon, and it has Bluetooth and wireless modes. So there's a wireless dongle in there for, say, connecting into a PC. And it's magnetic in the base there, so it slots in, doesn't come out. You toggle between the two, or press and hold the button to do Bluetooth pairing. Overall, nice little mouse, and really quiet on the, it's kind of got a soft click on the mouse buttons there, including the middle one. Next up, we've got this tablet stand. So it folds down pretty compact. It's got rubber feet on the base and rubberized coating here so you don't get your device scratched. And you can get it into various positions. So you can get your tablet raised up quite high, like that, or quite low. So that's quite cool for maybe using in the kitchen, or maybe as a more of a productivity device, by having that a bit higher and being like a monitor, using the mouse and keyboard, maybe those two that I've just shown you. That is quite a neat thing to buy for about £10. Next up, we have this USB endoscope. So this has a USB-C connection, and you can pull it apart and get a standard, well, no, that's micro USB. Click that down and then you get standard USB as well. So it will work with a PC and phones that have USB-C connection. Just need an app on your phone. I'll link to one in the description. And then you've got a tiny camera on the end there. This is a wire cable, so you can get it into whatever shape you would need it for, to inspect, say, a pipe or whatever. And it comes with a bunch of attachments. There's a little periscope attachment at the moment with a mirror on it, and you can also attach things like a hook. So if you were trying to get something that had fallen down behind the cooker or something, you can use this to really get down there and pull it out. So yep, that one is about £4 or £5 on AliExpress. So I'd certainly recommend that. Next up, we have a USB multi-adapter. So this is USB-C, and you can output to HDMI. You've got 2 USB sockets here, so you can attach, say, a memory stick or USB keyboard and mouse. And then you've got a USB-C power socket there if it needs actual power. So this, you can actually use this with the Nintendo Switch. But you can also use it with your phone if you've got USB-C. So I've tried that with a Samsung Galaxy phone, and that enables Samsung's DeX desktop operating system. You can also use this with an iPad, with the iPad Pro or the iPad Air 2020, which has a USB-C connection on it to enable you to output to a TV or attach things like a mouse and keyboard. If you have got an older iPad with a Thunderbolt connection, this is a Thunderbolt to USB connector, and you've got the ability to hook up a mouse and keyboard, USB mouse and keyboard, and you've got also a USB-C socket there for any USB-C devices. That one was about £5. Next up, we've got a digital caliper. Now this allows you to measure things, so we can measure how large that is, and I think that works really well. It costs about £3 or £4 on AliExpress. It turns itself off. You can, after a period of inactivity, it's obviously set to millimeters at the moment. Switch that into inches. It's pretty accurate, and is especially useful for somebody who's into 3D printing, where they need to measure things so that they can maybe print a certain widget. So I'd recommend this. It's pretty decent for the price. And next up, we've got these Mpow M30 Bluetooth wireless earbuds. They come in this rather small charging case. They fit in your ears really well, so you can go out running in those, and those fins really do help keep them in. They can be used on their own, which is very good. They are USB-C charging in this charging case, and you can pick them up for about 25 quid on Amazon at the moment. Look out for any vouchers. They are listed currently at 33, but there's an £8 off voucher, so you can get some good deals, so keep an eye out for this. Sound quality is pretty good. I wouldn't say outstanding, but for 25 quid you really can't grumble. Next, we've got this gaming mouse from VersionTECH. It's got adjustable DPI on the top there. It will light up. Pretty decent scroll wheel. Reasonable size. It's certainly larger than the Bluetooth mouse I showed you earlier. Extra buttons on the side. It requires no drivers, but check out my other full review of this for the software that you can use for it that helps you remap these buttons. But for about, maybe you can get on a deal for £8 or £9, possibly lower if you're lucky. But this has been pretty decent buy, and I'd recommend it. And last up, we've got this USB power meter. Now you attach that into a power source like this USB battery pack. The OLED screen comes on, tells you how much voltage is coming out of there. But if you plug in a device, it'll tell you the power draw. Now I've got the voltage coming out of there, the amount of watts, and the amps down at the bottom as well. So that's quite neat. A few pounds off AliExpress or Amazon. There are various different styles and models. This is just quite a basic one, but quite a geeky little present there. And something that I keep in my drawer to just do some basic measurements on USB devices. Anyway, if you've got any interesting tech gifts, then please leave some comments and let me know what they are. We're looking for things on a budget, but interesting nonetheless. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.